Alright, so this morning we're looking at comparing the sizes of ratios. Comparing the sizes of ratios. Now, ratios are sometimes expressed in the form n ratio 1 in order to compare ratios easily. The number n may be a whole number, a decimal, or a fraction. Therefore, when one of the numbers in a ratio is 1, the ratio is said to be in unitary form. I'll take that again. Mama, stop me. I'll take. Sorry, apologies. That's my baby. I'll take. Go play. Go catch it. Thank you. Alright, so let's continue. So, like I was saying, ratios are sometimes expressed in the form n ratio 1 in order to compare ratios easily. The number n may be a whole number, a decimal, or a fraction. Therefore, when one of the numbers, yes, go get it, and please don't distract me. Therefore, when one of the numbers in a ratio is 1, the ratio is said to be in unitary form. Example 1. The instruction here says, write these ratios in the form n ratio 1. Write n ratio 1. Now, the first one here, I have 4.68 ratio 1.80. How do I write it in this form? All we just need to do is to divide the second by the first and the second, and we get our answer. Remember, when you divide any number by itself, you automatically get 1. So when we have 4.68 and 1.80, we divide both by the second, which is second decimal, which is 1.80. Mama, you're disturbing me. All right. So divide both by 1.80. So we have 4.68 over 1.80 ratio 1.80 divided by 1.80. Once this is done, we get 2.6 ratio 1. Alright? That's now written in the form n minus 1. Then the second one, I have 1 kilometer to 8 meters. Now, before we solve at all, we know that a kilometer is greater than a meter. Alright? It's greater. So what we need to do is to change it to be in the form of meter. So how many meters give us 1 kilometer? The answer is 1,000. So that means we're going to change our question from 1 kilometer to 8 meters to 1,000 meters to 8 meters. Now that they are both in the same unit, we can now solve. So remember what I said, divide the two of them by the second. So we divide 1,000 by 8 and also divide 8 by 8. And when we do that, we'll notice that 8 can go in 1,125 times. So our final answer will be 125 to 1, writing it in this form, n ratio 1. Now we move on. The next one says, which is the larger ratio? Alright? Which is the larger ratio? Now, to know, I hope you know that 3 ratio 8 can also be written as fraction in the form 3 over 8. Then 7 over 10, 7 ratio 10 can also be written as 7 over 10. I hope you know. For the sake of emphasis, you need to know that now. So, how do you know a larger ratio? How do you know? When both denominators are equal, then you can actually get to know the larger ratio. So our objective will be to make the two ratio have a common denominator. That means for them to have the same denominator. And it's very, very simple. Just like this also. We can divide 3 and 8 by 8 and also divide 7 and 10 by 10. And when we get that, they both have 1 as their denominators. Come, let's see that right here. Now, look at this. Look at this. I have 3 ratio 8 and I have 7 ratio 10. That's the question. So I'll divide both by 8. Then I'll divide both by 10. So I have 3 over 8. 8 over 8, that already gives me 1. Then 7 over 10, 10 over 10, that already gives me 1. So that means I'm going to have 3 over 8 to give me in form of fraction. So we write it in form of fraction. We have 0.375 ratio 1, 0.7 ratio 1. Now that both of them have same denominator, it will be easier for us to know which is greater. Now 0.3 of course is less than 0.7. Therefore 7 ratio 10 is greater than 3 ratio 8. Did you get that? Let's solve the last one. Now for the last one, my daughter is busy tearing apart my book here, but it's fine. The last one, I have 50 meter ratio 2.5 centimeter, or 20.5 meter ratio 3.5 centimeter. Same thing we did for the first one, we'll also do for the second one. So the first thing we'll do is, remember I told you, looking at the question here, this is in meter, this is in centimeter, and of course we cannot solve unless we change both of them to be in the same unit. So when we change that, that means 50 meter is going to be changed to 5,000 centimeter.